I being mean for telling my wife not to eat chocolate before bed because I don't want to smell her farts? Today I messed up. My wife is lactose intolerant, which means she experiences difficulties digesting lactose, a type of sugar found in milk and other dairy products. She is also an avid chocolate enthusiast. We recently acquired a substantial amount of candy during Easter from our relatives, including a large quantity of chocolate. Consumption of this chocolate has been considerable, and it's wonderful that her happiness levels have increased as a result. However, one negative consequence of her excessive chocolate intake is the onset of severe discomfort at night. I am somewhat of a germaphobe, which means I have an irrational fear of germs. The thought of inhaling particles fills me with discomfort. Prior to this incident, I had discussed my concerns with my wife, and she shared my distaste for breathing and unpleasant fumes. Nevertheless, every time we retire to bed, her hum, emissions become unbearable, and it feels as though I'm sleeping next to a malfunctioning lawnmower that fails to start. But instead of smelling gas, I am subjected to the pungent odors emanating from my poor wife. My patience was exhausted last night, and I finally told her in a stern but not aggressive manner, "You need to stop eating chocolate." She found it peculiar that I would express myself in this tone, so we normally communicate with each other in a more ample fashion. I attempted to explain that the smell is unpleasant, but she interpreted my words as an attempt to avoid discussing the issue directly or maybe even imply that she's struggling with her weight, which was not the case. The situation escalated into a minor fight, and I eventually ended up sleeping on the couch. My wife felt hurt because she believed I was excessively concerned about the odor, which seemed inconsequential given our marital status. However, to me, it remains an unpleasant sensation. We never had a full-blown argument previously, but it appears that there's now some tension between us. Did I handle the situation poorly?